They say. Every house makes noise at night. Pipes creak. Floors whisper. Walls breathe. But what if the sounds you hear aren't from the house at all? What if the real danger is hidden inside the silence? This is the story of a man who discovered that silence doesn't mean safety. Sometimes it means you're no longer alone. Ethan moved into the old Riverside apartments on a rainy Thursday evening. The kind of rain that soaked through clothes in seconds and turned the street lights into blurry halos. He didn't mind. The place was cheap. Too cheap. And the landlord didn't ask questions. No background checks. No long forms, just a key and a warning that the building was old. That should have been enough to make him nervous. But Ethan needed a fresh start, and fresh starts rarely come without risks. The moment he stepped inside, he noticed how quiet it was. Not peaceful, quiet. Not the calm kind you find in libraries or empty parks. This was different. This silence felt heavy, like the air itself was holding its breath. No televisions humming through the walls. No footsteps above him. No voices from nearby apartments. Just silence. Thick and unnatural. That night, as Ethan unpacked his boxers, he felt something he couldn't explain. The strange sensation of being watched. Not the paranoid kind. Not imagination. This felt real. He turned around. Nothing. The room was exactly as he left it. Still, clean, empty. But the feeling didn't go away. It followed him to bed. It followed him into his dreams. 3 nights later, Ethan noticed the first sign that something wasn't right. He came home from work and found his kitchen chair pulled slightly away from the table. Only a few inches. Something most people wouldn't take. He'd been naughty, but Ethan was certain he had pushed it in before leaving. He told himself it was nothing. Old building, uneven floors, maybe he bumped it without realizing. He laughed it off and went on with his evening. Later that night, he walked into the bathroom and froze. The mirror was fogged up. Not completely, just enough to blur his reflection, as if someone had taken a hot shower moments before. But Ethan hadn't turned on the water, and then he saw it. A faint handprint on the glass. Small. Clear. Perfectly shaped. It wasn't his. He wiped the mirror clean, but his hands were shaking as he did it. That night, he slept with the lights on. On the 5th day, Ethan finally saw another tenant, a woman standing in the hallway outside her apartment. She looked thin, almost fragile. Her skin was pale, and her eyes were wide, like she hadn't slept in weeks. As Ethan passed her, she leaned closer and whispered, "You hear them too, don't you?" Ethan stopped. "Hear who?" She swallowed hard and said, "The shadows." Before he could ask what she meant, she stepped back into her apartment and locked the door. That night, curiosity turned into fear. Ethan searched the building's history online. Old rental listings, archived police reports, local news stories. What he found made his chest tighten. 6 tenants had disappeared in the last 3 years. All from his floor, all from apartments near his, all without any sign of struggle. No bodies, no witnesses, no answers. That's when Ethan decided he needed proof that he wasn't imagining things. He set up his phone on the bookshelf, facing the living room before going to sleep. Just a simple recording. Just to calm his mind. At exactly 3:17 in the morning, the camera captured movement. Not a person, not an animal. A dark shape sliding along the wall. At first, it looked like a shadow from a passing car. But there was no car, no headlights, no streetlight at that angle. The shadow peeled itself away from the corner of the room. It stood upright, and it turned toward Ethan's bed, watching him sleep. When Ethan reviewed the footage the next morning, his heart nearly stopped. He replayed it again and again, hoping he was wrong, hoping there was a logical explanation. There wasn't. That afternoon, he confronted the landlord. The old man listened quietly, his expression calm in a way that felt wrong. When Ethan showed him the video, the landlord didn't look shocked. He sighed. "They don't hurt everyone," the old man said. "Only the ones who notice them." Ethan felt cold. What are they? The landlord leaned closer and lowered his voice. People who died here, but never left. That night, Ethan packed his bags. He didn't care about the deposit. He didn't care about finding a new place. He just wanted out. But when he opened his apartment door, the hallway wasn't there. No lights. No doors. No exit. Only darkness. The shadows moved. Not walking. Not crawling. Sliding across the floor and walls, surrounding him from every direction. Ethan tried to scream, but no sound came out. Then he heard them. Not with his ears. Inside his mind. You saw us. Now you stay. The lights went out. A week later, a new tenant moved into Riverside Apartments. Cheap rent, quiet building. No questions asked. The apartment was perfectly silent at night, except for one thing. The sound of someone breathing. From inside the walls,